Well, I grew up in a family of addicts. My mother, she was an addict ever since I can remember. She worked, but she was a functioning addict. I never, going to school every day, things like that was never too serious in my house. It was, I don't feel good, okay, go back to bed.
I felt worthless, and when I was offered the opportunity of drugs, I felt like I'd try anything. So from there, my life took a downward spiral, and which led me to crime, shoplifting, drugs, and that's all I knew.
Growing up, I was fairly good in school. I was getting good grades. I grew up very well. My parents had quite a bit of money. Life was going good until I hit about high school. Started going downhill, and I got in with some wrong people who were maybe 20 plus years older than I was at the age of 15. And the violence, the gang life period, it was nothing I've ever imagined. I don't really understand still to this day.
When I got somebody to really open up and give me a chance, the DA, matter of fact, I thought she was out to get me. And when she said, well, just give her a chance at the Women in Recovery program, because they was ready to send me back to prison. And when she said, just give her a chance, those were the words that meant the most to me, a chance.
I brought a kid into my life and into that life, and that's when it just all went downhill. The abuse, the drugs, the violence, everything around me was just closing in. The violence on the streets were getting 10 times worse. The violence in my home was getting 10 times worse, and it was me just praying to God, get me out, who am I? Look at who I am, there's a baby lying on the couch and I don't know what to do.
It was very hard to get a job, and it's still very hard today, because you have that question, have you ever been convicted of a felony? And you want to be honest and try to do the right thing, you know. So I put yes, and it seems like that just cuts it all off for me. I mean, you know, people see that and it's like loss of trust right off the bat, you know, when you get that question on the application. So I can't hardly find any applications where the question is not there. But it's like, it says it will not say whether you're going to get a job or not if you answer this question. But, I mean, you know, I think it makes a big difference, you know.
I've grown up with pretty much the same circle of people that my mother did. So really, I mean, it would have been easy for me to stay in that circle of negativity and continue it the rest of my life. My child, her name's Emily. She's 10 years old, and she is one of the brightest, smartest people in the world. Sorry. I'm very proud of her. She gets really good grades. She's in an A and B bracket at her school, coming up from D's and C's from when I was in addiction. She's a very strong child, and she looks at the positive in everybody, which I'm thankful for, because she saw the positive in me when no one did. And she's my life. She's my motivation. She's everything to me.
When I was reunited with my child, it was very difficult for me. I kind of had to get back on her level, and then telling her, like, I'm Mama, because Mama was just a picture for so long, and for her to look at me and be Mama, it was very hard. it's still kind of hard to know what I did to her and where her dad's at, and her dad's not around. It's just, I never wanted that for her. It's very overwhelming for me. It's difficult, but life's difficult. I mean, so I'm taking it on, and I'm gonna do it. I mean, I'm gonna be her mom from here on out.